Okay, check, mic check, live 1, live 2, live 3. We've got some little technical difficulties. We might just have to roll with it without it. Hey, guys, we're back. Man, how's everybody been? What y'all been up to? What's going on in your world? Tell me something good. Hey, type me something good in the comment section. Something that you're grateful for. Something that you're thankful for, something good that is happening in your life. I want to know. I want to know what's good in your life, what's going on, what's happening. Today on Faith Your Fears Friday, we're going to be covering the origin of how this even got started. And so I'm excited to share that with you. But first, I am part of the Mardi Gras fundraiser that we're doing with PATH. For those of you that don't know, people attempting to help. PATH is a phenomenal nonprofit here in the Tyler area. I'm on their board, and so we're doing some board engagement. This one was probably the most challenging one to be a part of. I got a little bit of a late start because I was sick. That's why we haven't been on here on the on the Facebook Lives. But we're coming back better and stronger than okay, maybe not stronger than ever. That was bad timing. But we're doing this, right? And so we're back, and I put the link in the deal. I also put the link in the deal. So I'm just asking you to donate $25 because I'm serious. If my 2,700 friends only donated $25, you got $25. Look, listen, you got $25. It's going to a worthy cause. On my behalf, if this content is worth anything to you, it's worth $25. I have taken on this challenge to come on here live every single day back in October, and up until I got sick, we were doing it. Go back through my timeline, look at some of the stuff that we've done. Great content, great information. My only goal, so you know, my only goal is to bring you something that's going to encourage you, something that's going to motivate you, something that's going to help you become a better version of yourself. And it's all part of the Fun Life community. And that is where we are encouraging one another to really activate, or for some, reactivate the childlike faith that is inside of you. And the only reason we want to do that is to be able to live out our childhood dreams in this playground we call life. And seriously, guys, it's all powered by this guy right here, the Zig Ziglar philosophy of you can have everything, and I do mean everything in life you want, if you're just willing to help enough other people get what they want. So welcome. We got Facebook over here. We got IG over here. We got the recording. Well, the backup recording is I don't know what you guys are doing today. But we're on here live every single day, 8 o'clock. We're going to be on here. And today we're going to be talking about faithing your fears and how this even got started. Because we've got Motivation Monday now. We've got Transformation Tuesday. We've got Wonderful Wednesday. We've got Thankful Thursday, I think it's Thankful, yeah. Faith Your Fears Friday. And Faith Your Fears Friday really has to do with your belief system. What is it that is going on up here, right? Transformation Tuesday deals with the mindset, but Faith Your Fears Friday deals with the belief system of what are you believing God for, right? The book I like to read says that if you simply have the faith the size of the grain of a mustard seed, you can go up and tell to this mountain, not that mountain, not somebody else's mountain, this specificity of a mountain, be thou removed and be cast out into the sea. And that's the kind of faith that we're going to be talking about here today. But again, it's all powered by the Zig Ziglar philosophy. And my whole goal for 2024 is to help you be more, do more, so that you can have more, so that you can give more, serve more, and help more. And really live with our word. It's really more of a place than it is a word. Our word is overflow. I want to live in that perpetual overflow of God's goodness, of God's grace, of God's mercy. He says that his mercies are fresh and they're new every single morning. Guys, I'm so pumped to be back here again with you guys. Hey, Pedro, thank you for joining me. Great to meet you. Alex, thanks for joining. Barbara, over here, we got some people over here. IG, thank you guys for joining. Thanks for being on here. my only goal today is going to be simply to motivate you, encourage you. And why we started this Faith Your Fears Friday was simply because, so I have 3 kids, right? 3 children. When my youngest, who's now 15, was 5 and in kindergarten, she could not ride along with the other kids in the car. So I got voluntold to be her personal chauffeur to and from school. It was a Friday. It was late. I picked her up. If anybody knows any school in the TISD or really wherever you go to school at, right? Because now people are joining the Fun Life community from over on the East Coast. People are watching this replay up in Spokane, Washington. It's growing, right? The Fun Life community is growing. So you're watching this, and any school you go to, the logistics of the pickup line, it's probably horrible. Probably it was where I was at. So we're in line. My daughter, I'm picking her up. I could tell that she had a good day. And inside me, I was like, oh, thank God. I don't have to hear this, right? Because kindergartners have a way of telling you what all happened in their day, what all went wrong. Anyway, she gets inside the car. We're in the old Suburban. And she tells me, Dad, I ask her, how was your day, baby? She says, Dad, I want to play a game. I learned a new game and I want to play it with you, but I have to go first. Sure, baby, no big deal, right? The line is forever and a day, so I just picked her up. We're going to be in this line for another 15, 20 minutes just trying to get out. And she tells me it's called punch in the face. Now, I should have known, right? I should have known right then and there that this was... I get it. I understand. But in my mind, I was thinking it was something similar to that game where they make you flinch. And if you flinch, right, they get to sock you one right in the arm. It was not. It was not. The way it played out, and I'll give you the short condensed version, is she's going to go back, and she's rearing her little fist back right now. She's kindergarten, right? She's 5, 6 years old. And I'm sitting there telling myself, Self, don't you dare blink. I had my eyes wide open, right? I'm not going to blink. And her little fist just starts coming at me. And it's getting really close. And all of a sudden, boom! Her little fist makes contact with the bridge of my nose. And I kid you not. I remember like it was yesterday. The stars came out, right? The aqueducts started flowing. I was literally in tears. This little kid literally just knocked the fool out of me. I was doing good to not have let my foot off the gas and hit the car in front of me. And so now I realized why they called it punch in the face and why she had to go first. Now, granted, when I finally was able to see, she was in the very back of the Suburban, really, really far away. And I kid you not, I was ready to go next. I was ready to punch this kid in the face, not caring about child abuse. Well, it probably would have ended up in child support. Not caring about child abuse, not caring about anything. I was going to knock this little... And so that reminded me of the great philosopher. For those of you that know, one of the greatest philosophers I like to follow is Mike Tyson. Anybody remember old Iron Mike Tyson, his video game from Nintendo, Punch-Out? That was my jam. That was my deal. And he said this one quote, and I remember like it was yesterday. He said, everybody, you guys, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. That day, I got punched in the face. Should have seen it coming, right? And we can use that, right? Because sometimes things will come out of left field. Things will come out of nowhere and sock us right in our face, right in our gut, right where we least expect it. And unfortunately, it's someone usually close to us. That's why it hurts so much. And actually, Mike Tyson didn't really say it like that because he's got kind of a high-pitched voice. And because he's got a little bit of a lisp, he said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So his word face sounded like faith. And so when I thought about it, you don't have to go through life. You know, you've heard the saying, fake it till you make it. No, don't fake it till you make it. Faith it. Activate that childlike faith that when you were a kid, right? My little daughter had childlike faith that she was going to play punch in the face with her dad. and not, well, she did, right? What's the biggest lesson I learned from that day? Should have just had 2 kids. Forget the third. She's been nothing but trouble. No, I'm just kidding. I love her to death. Wouldn't trade her for the world. God knew exactly what we needed when he said, hey, I got a little angel running around here up in heaven. We're going to send it to you guys so that you guys can deal with it down there on earth. And so that's what I was excited about and bringing this to you guys today, because Faith Your Fears Friday is all about activating that faith and implementing that faith to be able to be more, do more, and have more, to live in that perpetual overflow of God's goodness, of God's grace, of God's mercy. So let me ask you this. What are you doing right now? What's happening in your life right now that is keeping you from living out your childhood dreams? What is it? How bad could it be? You're alive, right? I want you to do me a favor. I've done this exercises everywhere I've gone and I've spoke to. Right? Put your hand over your heart. Right? Let's see. Hey, listen, guys. We're still here at the Cardinal Financial Studios. This program is brought to you by Johnny One, Cardinal Financial. Right? Yeah, we do real estate lending. Come on, guys. But anyway, put your hand over your heart and you feel that? You feel it? That's purpose. It's not a heartbeat. That's a calling. God put something inside of you that he didn't put in anybody else. And so my goal is to help you find that purpose. The whole thing of the Fun Life community, Fun Life coaching, it's fun, F-U-N, finding your niche, for you East Texas, niche. Finding your niche, and life, L-I-F-E, living in freedom every day. I mean, think about it. What would it look like? What would it look like if you were able to wake up every single day and it was impossible for you to fail? It was impossible for you to do what God put in your heart to go out and do. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're a real estate agent, a mortgage broker. I don't care if you're a small business owner. I don't care if you're an insurance salesperson. I don't care if you sell grass. I don't care if you're a drug dealer. Well, probably shouldn't be doing that. But man, that didn't come out the way I thought about it, right? There's even a book called the Leadership Like the Sopranos, the gangster style leadership. But seriously, guys, if it was impossible for you to fail, what would you be doing? What is it? What would you be doing? When you are operating at full capacity, at full optimization, if you take those 3 circles and you intersect those like a Venn diagram, why you do, what you do, and how you do it, where those 3 intersect, I call that the fun zone. But really, that's your purpose. You are living out your calling. And I was talking to one of my clients yesterday, and it's just like the coat that Hannah gave Samuel, right? She gave it to him. She made it to him a little bit bigger because he had to grow into it. And so if what you're going through life right now just seems like it doesn't fit, just seems like it's a little bit bigger than it should be, God designed it that way because he didn't give you your calling to fit who you are today, but he did it to be able to fit who you were created to become. So you're going to have to grow into the person. You're going to have to grow into that coat to be able to live out your child. So I get it. It's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel like you're not capable, but that's okay. You know, I've read it. I don't have it with me here, but whenever you activate that childlike faith, it's just like Peter when he said, hey, they're out on the water. Hey, bid me to come. And Jesus said, come on, big boy. And he stepped out on the water and he walked. Now he took his eyes off of Jesus and he started to sink. And just like the other guys, they would probably pick on and make fun of him. Ha ha ha, you sucker, you sank, you sunk, right? Sink, sank, sunk, whatever. But they didn't walk on water. So I'm talking to the water walkers. I'm talking to those that are willing to activate that childlike faith and live out their childhood dreams in this playground we call life. Because guess what? Life will, it absolutely will punch you in the face when you least expect it, and you've got to have a plan. And that's what we're talking about at the first of this quarter. Today's January 26th. Can you believe it? We're pretty much done. I mean, right, 31 days in January. This is the leap year. We get an extra day in 2024 to be more, do more, and have more. Guys, what are you going to do? Today can be the first day of the rest of your life. And I'm just trying to encourage you and motivate you to be able to get out there and go for it. It doesn't matter what other people think or say about you. What other people think or say about you. Hey, go ahead and write this down. Ready? It's none of your business. Let them talk. Let them say what they're going to say. Everybody's going to have an opinion, and it doesn't matter what they think or what they say. Baby, you go out and you do you. You're the only one that's been given that ability, and that's an awesome responsibility. You don't have to worry about trying to be like Mike. You don't have to worry about trying to be like Sarah or like Megan or Nicole or Maria or Jose, or be you. You're going to make a awesome, full color portrait picture of yourself, but you're going to make a horrible black and white copy of somebody else. Don't do that. Guys, these things are designed to go about 15 minutes or so. Facebook and social media says that that's about the optimal time. I've reached my 15-minute timeline. But today, guys, again, I'm just excited to be back with you guys. I hope you can feel my energy. I hope you can feel my desire for you, because I do. I want you to be able to live out your childhood dreams and be able to strut through life. Doesn't matter what happens to you, right? Life doesn't happen to us. It happens for us. And you want to get to that next level. You want to get to that higher level, that higher frequency of life. Life is happening because of you, right? I don't know if I have it or not. But Andy Andrews, the butterfly effect. Guys, when you start to flap those wings, you create these vibrations that all of a sudden what happens is you set in motion things that are going to change the genealogy of your whole family. Your life will never, ever be the same because of the decisions that you're making right here, right now. That's what this whole thing is all about. Choose to Win. It's the foundational program. Foundational, I just said foundational, because that's what I'm all about. I'm all about having fun. When you're having fun, you're not working. What you're really doing is you're a professional problem solver at the highest level. And we get paid in direct proportion to our ability to solve problems. The greater the problem you solve, the greater your compensation in life. And some of you guys are cheating yourself out of the greater compensation, the greater portion of your compensation, because you're not willing to answer that question. You're not willing to make that choice. You're not willing to step outside the confines of your comfort zone. You're not willing to ask that question. You're not willing to set those God-sized goals that are destined to fail without divine intervention. I better shut up and sit down, because this is fixing to get going. And listen, we're creating an online community that you can come in and get this type of motivation, get this type of encouragement as often as you need. We're recording the videos. We're doing we're laying out the framework. We're designing the content, the what's it called? The activities, the programs, guys. But it's all based off of this foundational program of Choose to Win and the Ziegler philosophy of you can have everything in life you want if you're just willing to help enough other people get what they want. That's right, Lawrence. Ask. You just simply ask, right? That's the acronym. Ask, A ask, S seek, K knock. If you never ask, the answer is always going to be no. If you never seek, you're never going to find. If you don't knock, that door it will not open for you. But Jesus said that those that seek are going to find. You ask, you're going to receive. If you knock, the door will be open to you, guys. What are we doing? Why else are we here on this spinning orb we call Earth, but to be able to live out, and God has a plan for you, right? You go all the way back to Jeremiah 29:11. He says, I know. He emphatically declares, I know the plans I have for you. And not just any plans to prosper you, plans to give you hope and a future. And if we have hope in the future, that gives us power in the present, power in the now, power to persist, power to keep putting one foot in front of the other, power to go in the right direction. I'm not about speed. I'm about direction. That's what this book here. Again, my wife got this for me. My favorite book on the face of this planet, besides the Bible, is The Tortoise and the Hare. Direction is so much more important than speed. And that's why I'm telling you guys, plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And the hope and the future that we have in Christ is so much bigger than what we have planned for ourselves. Guys, you're one decision away from a totally different life. And I'm so glad that I've been able to share this with you guys. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being on here. And I don't care what it is. I do not. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what decision you're facing. Go with the one that scares you the most, because once you take that fear and you internalize it and you actually use it in the right mindset, fear is a great motivator if done properly. I'm not talking about the false evidence appearing real. You guys get that, right? I'm talking about using that fear, feeling that fear, and doing it anyway. Going out and stepping out, even though culture, even though your lizard brain, right? That brain that's designed to keep us safe, even though it's telling you, don't do it. Stay in the boat. Stay in the confines of this comfort zone. Don't go. You're going to get hurt. I'm reminded of the movie Croods, right? Where he's talking about, hey, we need to stay inside the cave. No. Step out. There's a whole nother world. There's a whole nother level of you. There's a whole nother version of you inside that childlike faith that is just begging, it's dying to come out and play in this playground of life. And I've said this before. I've said it to you again. If you think this playground is awesome, guys, wait till we see the playground God has for us in heaven. Hey, listen, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for being up here. Dr. Rita, thank you for joining. Appreciate you guys. Lawrence, always a pleasure. Yeah, absolutely. Be like Peter. Step out of the boat. Be a water walker. You want to be a water walker? Hang around me for a little bit. That's the kind of faith. We're going to be able to have the kind of faith that we're going to be able to charge the gates of hell with a water pistol. Half full. That's all we need. We just need that mustard-sized grain of faith. And every person, every single one of us has that measure of faith. And I get it. I'll wrap it up with this. If you guys are struggling, if you want to just have a conversation, reach out, call, book the conversation, book it. Go to johnnywan.com. Go on there. It'll take you to our speaking tool. Go to speakers or go to book the call, and I have some time slots available that we can go in and have a one-on-one conversation for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and just see if this Fun Life community is for you. Because guys, we do so much more than mortgages, right? Right? That's the Cardinal Financial. That's what kind of funds this whole thing, because we're helping people with their mortgages, but we do so much more than that. I want to help you with your life. I want to help you with your career. I want to help you with just becoming a better person. And so that all starts with a conversation. And in that conversation, we're going to find out exactly what it is that God put you on this earth to do. Hey, it's worth the call, and it's my gift to you guys. Now, if we do a full-blown hour, I do charge for those. During the holidays, we did those for $99. They're back up to $150. But that 1 hour, if you decide to go that route, let me know. I've got 2 slots available during the week that we can do that. Evenings, weekends. I can't do it during the day just because I'm pretty busy. But I got to go, guys. Hey, thank you. Again, I went a little long, but I'm excited to be back on here. Tomorrow, you will not want to miss tomorrow on Surprise Saturday. My surprise guest for tomorrow, local author, local guy right here in town. You guys know the first one I had my coach, Tom Ziegler, come on there with me. Then we had Mr. Motivation himself, Billy Cox, come on there. If you didn't see those, go back and watch those from 4 Saturdays ago. Billy Cox was about 2 weeks ago. And then we're going to have, almost said his name. We're going to have a special guest tomorrow on here with us, 8 a.m. Saturday morning. Get your pen and paper handy. He's going to drop some bombs to be able to help you be more, do more, and have more in 2024. Why? So that we can live in that perpetual overflow of God's goodness, of God's grace, and God's mercy. All right, guys, I'm going to have to try to figure out this backup camera and why it didn't record. But thank you, guys. If you have any questions, message me, DM me directly. I appreciate you guys. Love y'all. Adios. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for joining. Appreciate y'all. Let's see here. Wow, man, you guys showed up and showed out. Araceli, Prisma, thank you. Esmeralda, Peggy. That's right, Miss Peggy. That's right. I'm glad to be back too, Miss Peggy. Alex, buenos dias. Hey, man, I'm coming by there today. Let me know if you're going to be there. Tanya, thank you. Miss Barbara, always a pleasure. Pedro. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.